Start record. Speech off.
The Orbit Reader 20 Braille display is the cheapest Braille display out on the market. It isn't the Vario Ultra Braille display like I thought it was. That thing actually costs like $23,000. I mean, wait, did I say that right? $2,300. Oh my gosh, I was about to make you freak out. I was like, what? But seriously, I mean, I don't have it, but I've heard so much about it that, maybe I wish I could get it, but that'll probably be something I could probably think about getting in the future. Like, I mean, it's a basic note taker. Did I just show my hand? I think I just did. It's a basic note taker, a braille book reader, an editor, and it's an actual braille display. So, it is by default like a note taker. Oh, by the way, it has a file manager. But it's not a complete note taker, as it has very limited functionality. File manager, editor, book reader, and it's a note taker. A literal 20-cell note taker. About $449 without a case, but I'm assuming that you'd have to buy a case for it. I'm assuming you would, which that would probably be an extra. If I'm not mistaken, like 20, $30, I don't know. Why am I talking about this? Because I just want to. Because I found, like I said, a tablet, a store-bought tablet, mind you, for $49, for under $49. Knowing that there's a note taker / braille display out there for $449. That is expensive, but it is the cheaper alternative. Although the Vario Ultra Braille display has a bit more of a functioning note taker. And as a case, and as surrounding keys, while the Orbit Reader 20 doesn't. Okay, I've never came across a note taker / braille display without surrounding keys. And if I do come across the Orbit Reader 20, then that would be one of the ones. I mean, there's a lot to learn about it. It's a built-in note. It's a built-in when it's got. I mean, it's a note taker, very limited though. it's got standalone mode. But here's the thing, like an old computer, it has to operate via an external storage device like an SD card. And that's the only thing it has to. That's the only thing it relies on is an SD card. On an old computer, you might be wondering if I'm referring to an old computer. Like back then in the 80s and 90s, they had computers which only ran on a little less than 2 gigabytes? Or is it a little less than 2 megabytes of what was called a floppy disk, whatever. I have never came across a floppy disk. Probably people from the 90s probably have. And if you have, then please try to find one and show it to me. If you know me, and if you if you know me personally, and if you I can tell you a note taker that I've come across for about I don't know, a while, which was the Braille note. I've came across that, and that actually is a full-on note taker with voice recorder, word processor, calculator, planner, an alarm, a clock. It came with a lot of stuff, but it wasn't exactly mine. It was something that someone let me borrow, and I looked at it, and it was kind of cool. Most, the Braille Note Apex came with it had 3 USB ports with an SD card slot. I just can't believe that there's a simple, very easy to use note taker that's pretty much called an Orbit Reader 20 that is mainly a Braille display under $500 with no co-surrounding keys. And the Focus 40 Blue for under $3,000, about $2,900 to be exact, doesn't even have note-taking capabilities, just a simple menu to adjust the clock and the calendar. And you don't even get access to the calendar. It's just the clock when you turn it on, and when connected to a computer, it shows USB or Bluetooth, depending on what connection. Too bad there is no Braille display for under $400. That would be cool, but there isn't. Even the Braille Note Touch costs $6,000, and that has 1 USB port, mind you, versus a Braille Note Apex for about $4,000 with 3 USB ports. I'm just talking about 2 different Braille Notes. And besides, the Braille Note did function as a Braille display when in the terminal mode. It was called Terminal for Screen Reader, and you would enter on it, and there would be a beep, I believe, connecting there would be a single beep for USB or a second beep for Bluetooth. I don't know. I really don't know. No, I don't think so. Maybe because there actually is a way you can connect via USB and Bluetooth. I think it would ask you if you would like to connect via Bluetooth or something. There are other ways to make a quote-unquote note-taker. All you gotta do is just have a Braille display and connect it to an iOS device or an Android device. And then you're pretty much good to go. All you got to do now is just go to the Notes application in iOS and then just type notes and stuff. That could be arranged. Or you could just have a Bluetooth keyboard. Plus, you do got a on-screen Braille keyboard on iOS. I do want to say that what's more important than all this technology and stuff in the world is God. Because I am a Christian and I believe in God. And Jesus is coming back in the rapture. But that's not basically what I was talking about in this video. If I haven't expressed already, I do like checking out. Wait, what? Checking out? What the heck? Checking out different pieces of technology, but when I can't afford it, that's the problem. I'm not trying to say that I do have money problems. I'm just saying that I just talk about tech, whether I can afford it or not. I don't care if I can afford it or not. If I don't, then I just talk about it. If I can, I'll just get it. But how could someone afford a $449 and a $449 note taker with a simple interface of editing and reading? I do think that someday there will be a note taker that's even cheaper than the one I'm talking about. And hopefully, this may not be possible, but hopefully they could maybe put Braille devices in retail. I don't know how that's going to happen, but, maybe it could. Who knows? We already got Apple devices that are in, like, Target stores with the voiceover already on it. So, why not take it a step further and put, like, note takers in retail? Why not just do that? The reason why they're so expensive, note takers, the reason why note takers are so expensive is that they have, I don't know if I know this for sure, but they do have expensive stuff that, helps drive it, the Braille displays that are built in, like the Braille note that has the Braille display, and even Humanware made their brilliant Braille display for about $1,000. Now see, that's a Braille display that is actually made by the company that makes the Braille note. Ugh. And yeah, and Freedom Scientific actually makes JAWS and the Focus 40 Blue. You wonder how I know all this information? Well, I'm not going to tell you, because it might involve some personal information, and I don't want to. I do my best to try. I do my best to not give out any personal information. But I mean, I don't see how age could be a personal information thing. But anyways, yeah. Someone last night asked, "How's your YouTube channel going beyond?" I'm like, it's going good. It may not have a lot of comments on its videos, but hey, it's good. I talked about, technology and stuff, and now I'm gonna have to end this video because someone's talking in the background, and I'll finish the part 2 later. Bye.